Live from the 301, live from the pot. I want to welcome my audience to episode number 235. I'm Curry in the Pot. I'm your host, guy Mike Curry, and I'm back with another episode, man. In-person vibes, man. We here with it, man. Of course, to my left, man, sitting next to me is my brother, man, my little bro. Also the host of Just a Casual Sports Podcast, my guy Bink, man. Bink, was good, bro?
What's up, man? As always, it's a pleasure for having me, man. I'm excited to be back in person. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. How you liking the stew so far?
It's coming good. I know we got a lot. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. That's what I was gonna say.
It's a work in progress, but it's getting there.
It's getting there for
we
sure.
got a lot to talk about. I don't even want to.
Yeah, we got.
know how I'm feeling.
We got but before we hop into it, man, we got my guy Sal, aka Fifth Mission, behind the lens. He got a mic too. He mic'd up too. Sal, what's good, bro?
Yo, what it do, man? Appreciate you for having me on, man.
For sure, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited, man. I love the work that you do. But we're gonna get right into it, man. Last night, Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Dallas Cowboys 24-20. This is cool because I'm a Commanders fan. Sal's an Eagles fan, and we know Bink likes the freaking Cowboys. But let's get right into it, man. I'm gonna start with y'all, man. Bink, what happened last night, bro? Well, we know what happened.
We know what happened, but to be honest, from a team standpoint, the boys look better than I thought they were going to look last night. I will say that Brian Schottenheimer had us prepared. That's something I didn't expect. I mean, we've been with Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett for a while. I don't think I've ever seen us like that prepared to play not only a division rival, but a Super Bowl contender in their home field on banner night.
National TV. Yep,
National
all that
TV,
good stuff.
Thursday Night Football. You got
coming off the big Micah trade, too.
Yep,
there's a lot going on.
Our best player got traded a week ago, and our defense looked competent. I feel like that was one of the biggest bright spots for me. Obviously, the falter down the stretch with CeeDee Lamb. I feel like Dak played great coming off his hamstring injury. Trayvon Diggs, a guy who wasn't supposed to be back till after my birthday in October, he came through, and he didn't get targeted once last night. And I feel like that's a big thing. Deron Bland looked good coming off his injury. A lot of players look good. Even Javonte Williams looked good, but they couldn't pull out the W last night, so I can't be too excited. But it did make me a little bit excited for this season, man. I got a lot to say, though.
I'm not a moral loss type of guy, but moral victory type of guy. But you got to walk away from that we just went band for band with the defending champs.
They did get a big break with Jalen Carter spinning on Dak early.
For sure.
That definitely
changed a lot, man. I know, because, obviously, if you're betting, let's say you bet the Eagles minus the, 8.5.
It was 8.5.
Let's say you bet that. You're not expecting their best player on defense to get kicked out of the game. Basically,
6 seconds in.
I was going to say, basically, as soon as it started. And you're not also not expecting a lightning delay because at the time of the lightning delay, the Eagles had just forced a turnover. They just forced a Miles Sanders fumble.
Dak had a game-saving tackle on Quinyon Mitchell.
He sure did. He definitely did, man.
Because Quinyon was gone.
Yeah.
There was nobody on the field catching him.
Nobody.
He was definitely going to be gone, man. But, my takeaways from the game, to me, it was more so about the Cowboys. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The Eagles was cool, but
they're 1-0. They deserve all the credit in the world. They 1-0.
Definitely.
They did what they needed to do to win the game.
No, I definitely agree. So my mindset going into the game, coming off that Super Bowl win, how dominant we was in that, I wasn't expecting the game to be that close.
Yeah,
I was expecting to win. I will say, but at the same time, I was expecting that because. We lost a bunch of people on defense.
Yeah.
Lost a bunch of veterans. So our defense is all
Brandon
young.
Graham,
yes.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Go big play Slay.
Josh Sweat gone. Mel Williams gone.
We have two young guys on our edge.
Picked up Zadarius Smith today, though.
Yeah,
about 30
literally
minutes to
right
an hour.
before
we
got
it. That was a great pickup. I like that pickup a lot because we needed some veteran presence on that defensive line. So.
The Eagles deserve all the credit in the world. Nick Sirianni had them boys ready. I can't remember their offensive coordinator's name, but
Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, that is his name.
Hey, I love it. We got an Eagles trainer. It's cool, man.
I feel like he could have been a little bit better last night.
Where did the offensive coordinator come from?
He was in the
He was on our staff.
Oh, he was always okay.
Yeah,
I like that
promoted.
in-house. Okay, in-house promotion. That's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was okay with his play calling. I think it was just about to pick up on. I was okay with his play calling. He was running the ball well. It was a big red flag for me as far as the passing.
Yeah,
we got A.J. Brown, man.
He a real fan, bro. Cause Bink, we were talking, bro, in your TikTok comments, but Hurts wins, and it's Yeah, but he's throwing check downs.
I agree with that though as well. Winning above all, but at the same time, it's like you got AJ Brown out there, you got Smitty on the other side. AJ didn't get.
They only had 8 targets last night combined.
Yes, AJ had his
AJ
one
had
target.
one, right? Yeah, so.
One target within like 2 minutes. Final 2 minutes of the game. So
he came up big when he needed to. He got them close to that first down, which allowed Jalen Hurts to scramble for first down.
Nah, for sure.
AJ Brown, that's been my guy since he's been in Tennessee. I've been telling Mike about AJ Brown, man.
No, we had some real arguments about. We had
used
AJ,
to be AJ Brown.
We had
versus
AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin debates.
Now it's AJ Brown versus CD Lamb. Like it's this.
It's definitely levels. I don't know, man. Me personally, like, how do you stay that locked in? Like. That's because, bro, you got one target. You wanted to bet you're universally recognized as a top 5 receiver, and you only get one target. Like, I don't know. He better man than me.
Yeah, I definitely feel for him because you think about it. If he would have stayed with the Titans, he could have got all the targets he wanted, all the yards he wanted. I'm gonna keep it real. He probably wouldn't have won a Super Bowl.
For sure, not
probably.
No, he would not have won a Super Bowl.
Because at the same time, they got rid of Derrick Henry too. So it's like. They was not winning the Super Bowl, so he knew, he knew what it was when he, came here. I mean, it's not like he had a down season last year. He had a great season last year.
Yeah.
Year before that, had a great season. Every win don't look pretty. I mean, my book, a win is a win.
I expect him to get involved early and often next week.
Like Kansas City,
it gotta be like
rematch.
It gotta be like a game script where it's like, okay, let's get AJ going type thing. Like I think that's what
I feel like they were even trying to do that. It was not the first play after the weather delay, but it was one of the plays after the weather delay. You see Jalen Hurts drop back, look straight to AJ Brown. Then you see Damone Clark and other players just go to AJ Brown's side, and he just Jalen Hurts like, okay, hold on, let me just throw the ball to Saquon real quick. They tried to get him involved, but the Cowboys' game plan was a lot of like, and it was crazy because it was kind of like they were daring them to run the ball, and it's just like. Yeah. We were daring the Eagles to run the ball, and then they were getting in a run fit. Saquon had a good game, but still, 18 carries for 60 yards. I feel like any defense would take that any day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I got to look at that all 22.
Yeah, I can't wait. I
need to look at that.
We were talking about that.
Because I was looking at Dak's all 22 this morning, made a TikTok about that, but I was like, I got to look at Jalen Hurts' all 22. Yeah. I got to see what he was seeing.
Because after last season, it made me trust him more, Jalen. Because I always wondered, like, why is he not throwing the ball?
Yeah.
But I look at all 22, it's because they are guarding. Like, they're covering certain people certain ways. So, and, forcing Jalen to check down, which is good. I mean, people know the talent we have on this team, so they're going to game plan for it. So, it's up to Jalen to make the right decision, and I think yesterday he was.
And I also want to shout out Matt Eberflus a little bit, just because in the first half until the weather delay, not just the first half, we were sitting back and just sitting in 4 at Jalen Hurts, and he was just like, all right, I'm going to take this check down. All right, I'm going to run for a first down. All right, I'm going to take this check down. All right, it was the same thing over and over again. After the weather delay, they sent 2 straight cornerback blitzes. And Jalen Hurts looked a little frazzled, but it's just like, it was just kind of like too little too late. And as soon as Landon Dickerson got out, Kenny Clark immediately just pushes the pocket back at him. And I'm like, man, I kind of like what I'm seeing. Like, I hate it because, like, I want Micah Parsons to be on the team so bad. I don't think you understand how much I miss Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
I missed him so much last night because we was rushing 4, and I'm like, Marshawn Neal and Donovan Ezaraku, these guys, I mean, they're very young guys. They're not getting off these blocks. Micah Parsons, I feel like, it's crazy to say, I feel like if we had Micah, we won that game last night.
Yeah.
But
I definitely feel like a lot of them, 2 of the touchdown runs Jalen had scrambling out of the pocket.
Yeah.
You had Micah. That's not.
That's not.
We were talking about that in the
truth.
We were talking about that.
Mike on that field. That's not happening. Bro.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night a little bit, but
even with that, Jake Ferguson dropped a touchdown, which set up the Miles Sanders fumble, and then CeeDee Lamb on a 3rd and 10 dropped a crucial one over the middle. I'm like, all right, that's gonna be his last drop of the game. Comes down, the final possession of the game, drops a big post route over the top, then drops another route on 4th and 2, which was a slot fade. It's just, it sucks, man. It just actually sucks because like the team looks so good, but I'm like, they're 0-1. I'm like, they gotta come out there and beat New York next week. I'm not the big like the season's over type guy, but if we lose to the Giants next week, start on 0-2. Yeah. The season might be over.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. So before we get off of this game, I want to talk about how Dak played because I thought, like, I know you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I thought Dak played fantastic. Like, I found myself rooting for Dak last night. I'm like, yeah, Dak, good throw. Cause I never told Sal don't know this, but I don't like the Eagles, bro. Y'all are unlikable, bro. Like y'all fans is like Cowboys fans wild too, but like. ever since the Eagles started winning Super Bowls, like they just got like way more annoying, bro. Like way more annoying. But I found myself rooting for Dak last night because Dak was balling, bro. He was slinging it, bro. He was throwing some dots, and a couple of them dots got dropped. But I thought he played great, man. Like seriously,
I honestly think he played good. I don't think you can ask more for a quarterback coming off of literally tearing your hamstring off the bone. First game of the season, you get out there against Philly, and it was a crazy play. It was earlier in the game. Jordan Davis is on this man's back. And I'm like, that's a 300 and they said he lost 20 pounds. That's still a 330-pound man.
I was yelling at my TV.
On your back. And he just shrugs him off, and he ran for 3 yards, and every yard looked like it hurt Dak to run for. But I'm like, man, that's my quarterback.
No, for real. Shout out Dak, man.
And there was another play in there where he just evaded two would-be potential sacks and threw it to CeeDee Lamb on the outside. And I'm just like, this is what we was missing, man. This is why I like being a fan of this dude.
Nah, he definitely performed yesterday. I'm not gonna say it surprised me a lot because I don't think Dak is a bad quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. Yeah, he performed well.
But it surprised me too. New coaching staff, like I said, first game of the season. These are the games the Cowboys typically just aren't in from the start.
Yeah,
and they came out and they proved themselves this week.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, so let's move on. We got football tonight. Chargers, Chiefs in Brazil. What are your thoughts on that, Bink? How do you think that game's gonna go?
I know. I came out here yesterday and said the best bet is the under because you got a Matt Nagy offense versus a Greg Roman offense.
You did give it out as an official bet when we were discussing our show on what was that Tuesday night? Tuesday night. They dropped it yesterday, but I mean I think the under is a good play. But what else you think? About this game?
I think
another division game too.
It's a little scary for the Chargers standpoint. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game just because they want to play bully ball and beat these teams up front. We know that's what Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman want to do. Yeah. I don't think you can bully the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, unless you're the Philadelphia Eagles.
I was going to say, unless you're the Eagles.
They don't have the same personnel that the Eagles have. I mean, we know Murray Hampton, this is his first game. Najee Harris is in the lineup tonight, even though he had the eye injury, we know. And it's like, can they establish the run? Because outside of Ladd McConkey, we're relying on Keenan Allen, who at this point should be in an old folks' home.
I mess with Keenan Allen, though.
No, he's a good player. We got Trey Harris, who was one of my guys in the draft. But, again, that's another rookie you need to step up. Quentin Johnston, I mean, he might have been on the field last night instead of CeeDee Lamb. So, who knows really what's going to happen with
I've seen some Photoshops.
Yeah. And then it's just – I just don't think they have enough weapons to play with this Chiefs offense. Even though the Chiefs offense is missing Rashee Rice. He's suspended for the first 6 games. But still got Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, whatever's left of Travis Kelce. You got your boy Noah Gray over there.
I do mess with Noah Gray.
Justin
got a couple of Chiefs items in here, man. Sal don't know. He probably think I'm crazy, bro. I say I'm Commander.
I say I'm who you a fan of, man. You got a lot of.
I got a Bears hat on right now. But that's for the drip, though. I promise. Bears hat for the drip, man. But I expect the Chiefs to win. Andy Reid is usually a guy that starts out hot.
Especially he had over 3 months to prepare for this.
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Like this is like Andy Reid. Like they always say Andy Reid off a bye. This is like the super bye. Andy Reid's gonna be ready, bro. They already knew Rashee Rice was probably gonna get suspended. They already played most of their season last year without Rashee Rice.
13-1 without him last year.
I expect the Chiefs to be ready to play on non-American soil, American soil, wherever they are. Chiefs gonna be ready to play come week 1, just because Andy Reid's always gonna have his guys ready to play.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup with them versus the Eagles next week. I can't wait for that. America's Game of the Week on Fox next week.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready for them that rematch. Trying to see if we can pick up where we left off last year.
Yeah, I want to see it. I do want to see it.
I want to see that.
But I do think an area that the Chargers can exploit the Chiefs is in man coverage. Chiefs run a lot of man. And Ladd McConkey he's a monster
for
man.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely think that's a recipe they can exploit. But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a good game. If you had to bet it though. The line is 3. Which way you leaning?
I think I'll leave the Chiefs by just 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm leaning the Chiefs as well, but we'll just have to see. Let's move on to the Sunday slate.
It's a lot of good games on Sunday.
It's a lot of bump, man. I guess we could start with the
Tampa Bay, Atlanta.
I mean, I was gonna say home team, but
okay.
we can start.
I don't even forget where I am.
We can start Giants, Commanders. Commanders are 6.5-point favorites. Also, the total is 45.5. What you think about this game, man?
I think it's an interesting game. Malik Neighbors is off the injury report now. He was dealing with some back tightness, but Brian Daboll said it's nothing to worry about. I guess I got to take his word for it. I mean, there's nothing else I could do.
I want to start paying attention to these coaches' quotes, man. See if they're reliable or they just like capping. No, it's a page, it's a Twitter page called like Coach Sports Index, and it'd be like saying is it cap or not. So
we will get to a coach later in San Francisco. I don't know what he be saying is cap.
Who, Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah,
he's definitely capped. Like he's one of the most like unreliable coach. He be capping, bro. No, because they had that thing last year with the Christian McCaffrey.
Bro, I was crying because I was driving to school this morning and Xavier hit our fantasy group chat. I was like, "Yo, anybody want CMC? I'm not dealing with this year." I just said Brees Hall as a joke. He talking about some I'll think about it.
Yo,
I was trolling.
You just throwing some business out there.
Bro
was just floating an offer out there.
I was trolling. Brian was in the car. He was talking about some he gonna take Aaron Jones and Jawad Jennings. He gonna like it.
That's not that bad of an offer. Damn.
But anyway, we talking about Giants Commanders.
I got on track.
It should be a fun one. I think it's gonna be fun watching this Giants pass rush team.
I was gonna say the battle in the trenches is gonna be the matchup to see.
You're gonna get Abdul Carter getting some one-on-one looks. Dexter Lawrence, that was my pick for defense player of the year this year. He's gonna be getting some looks. Brian Burns is there. Whatever's left, whatever Kayvon Thibodeau decides he wants to show up this weekend is gonna be there as well. Yeah. They also got Chauncey Golston from Dallas. They drafted a defense tackle from Toledo. Cannot remember bro's name right now, but he was one of the older prospects in the draft. So
I heard about him on Brian Mitchell's show was talking about the Giants. They had a Giants beat reporter came on yesterday, and he was talking about some of the guys they got to stop the run because they weren't that good at stopping the run last year. Like obviously you have pass rushers, but he was saying, what good is your pass rush if
you can't stop the run? You can't get him into those third and longs where your pass rush can tee off. Yeah, I get that. But I lean Commanders in this one. It's 6.5. I might take the Giants plus 6.5.
No, I'm thinking about the Giants plus 6.5 too.
I'm like, that might be where I'm leaning.
I'm taking Giants.
You like that? Wait, you like the Giants outright or to cover?
I take Giants.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean,
bold prediction.
I don't hate it. Simply because they struggle with the Giants. Even last year, struggled with the Giants.
They ain't even put up a touchdown in their first game. Still won it.
Yeah,
they put up 7 field goals.
And I do like to believe that Russell Wilson's an upgrade over Daniel Jones. So I think it's going to be a good. I'll lean Giants plus the points, but I think Commanders will get up out of here with a win. But
I think Jaden Daniels have a good game though, even though like the pass rush might be on. That pass rush might be a little nasty. But I just think the Commanders can do enough to win this game.
I'm not as worried about. I'm worried about who's blocking Dexter Lawrence. I don't even. I think Laramie Tunsil will be fine. I think
Brian Burns or Abdul Carter.
Yeah, I think he'll be just fine. I don't know if Connerly's starting at right tackle. But Brandon Coleman's good at left guard. Like I'm worried about
Andrew Wiley, right?
Yeah, we still got Wiley. I think we still got Wiley. But we got Tyler Biotis. He has basically the Dexter Lawrence assignment. So I don't know how he fared in those Cowboys days. I remember Dexter Lawrence like wrecking one of them games last year, but I think it might have been the game where the Giants just couldn't.
It had to be the first one because he didn't play the full season.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I do like Commanders to win, but I do like Giants to cover.
I do got a quick question while we're on the Commanders.
Yes, sir.
Jaden Daniels, second year.
Sophomore slump does not exist to him.
To him?
Nope, it don't. It's
because when you look back at CJ Stroud, a great rookie year. Seemed like Jaden's kind of repeating that, but he went further. Obviously, y'all don't think that's possible?
I think it's always
there's
possible.
a world where he does have a sophomore slump. I don't think. It's just kind of hard to jump from where he was. Like you can't have a spectacular.
Yeah,
jump.
I don't think. I mean,
it depends on what you define slump as. I think he'd be like right at the same level, maybe a little bit worse.
Say the ceiling for me right now is exactly where he left off. So if he don't make it,
because I feel like
it's a hell of a ceiling.
The next jump is to MVP contention. I don't think he's gonna be there.
I was gonna say that's like a Hall of Fame ceiling right there.
So if that's the case, then yeah, I do think he slumps in that case, but I don't think it's gonna be like anything major.
Like anything where like he's terrible. Like where people are saying like, oh, last year was a fluke. Like you don't think like that. Yeah, no, I think Jaden
Commanders did win a lot of close games last year though.
Yeah, and that's what Elite takes is banking on them to regress, but. We'll talk about that another day, bro. I ain't got time for the negativity. He got the Commanders not making the playoffs. I just think that's ridiculous, bro. I truly.
The NFC is really tough. It's just a lot of teams that are going to be around that 8-9 win mark in the NFC.
Not for sure.
That's all I'm going to say.
For sure. Let's move on. You say you wanted to talk Atlanta, Tampa Bay?
I was just going in order. That's
All right,
the
let's
first
get it.
game on the slate.
All right, let's get it. Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is laying 1.5 on the road. Total is sitting at 47.5. Bink, I'll start with you on this one once again, man. What do you think? I think they said Darnell Mooney was iffy.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney is iffy.
So I'm guessing game time decision.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Godwin, McMillan, and Tristan Wirfs are all out for the Buccaneers. And then on top of that, Vita Vea is questionable with a foot injury. But
I feel like he'll give it a go.
yeah, I think he'll give it a go. I still lean Tampa, though. I'm not going to lie. Atlanta's defense, this is going to be a big test for them, in my opinion, just because you got Tristan Wirfs out and you have your two young pass rushers, James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker, who are both listed as number 2s on the depth chart, but I'm sure they'll get enough burn this game.
For sure.
It's not really much. That pass rush, that front 7 is just so bad, in my opinion, that I'm like, you have to look good against a team that's missing their primary left tackle.
Yeah.
You got to look good. And if they don't look good, which I honestly don't expect them to look that good. I'm not the biggest fan of Raheem Morris. We already know this. I think.
Do you say you think he's gonna get fired, or you think it's a possibility he could get fired?
I did say I think it's a possibility he could get fired.
Damn.
Because I feel like the expectations for Atlanta this year is at least be competitive in the division, right?
They were last year though.
They were competitive in the division, but it's like you kind of got to break through that glass ceiling. You can't just keep being mediocre. I mean, unless you're Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But other than that, you can't just keep being competitive and mediocre and keep your job. So it's just like in the NFL, we know a lot of coaches get fired when we don't think they should. So that's why I said he was on the hot seat. But in terms of this game, I still do like Tampa.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. No, I'm laughing at. What? You remember when Bill Belichick got interviewed by the Falcons during that process?
Yeah.
And it was like after Raheem Morris got hired, they was like they thought they was gonna get Bill Belichick, but they got Billy Baker. Hey, that was funny.
And Raheem Morris, he ruined some games last year with his late clock situations. We already know about the Commanders one that was ridiculous.
That joint was crazy.
Basically gave up a field goal before half and gave up a field goal at the end of regulation, and they lost in overtime. But it's like, I just think Tampa can do enough. You still got, even with all the cluster injuries of receivers, you still got Mike Evans, still got first round pick of Emeka Egbuka out there.
My God.
Still got Tess Johnson out there. They still got a lot of players, man. And I think they can definitely win the battle through the air. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I like Todd Bowles, but his defense was getting figured out a lot last year. And I think Michael Penix, especially being a gunslinger, is a guy who could definitely sling the ball against that blitz and get the ball out to Drake London, Bijan Robinson, who's my pick for who's my pick for Offensive Player of the Year. And the rest of their guys, I mean, I'm not going to be the one who say Kyle Pitts breakout year because I feel like that's
breakout player.
But yeah, Darnell Mooney should have a good game this week. I mean, I think it's gonna be a shootout. I will say that, but I lean Tampa.
Yeah. I mean, the total suggests that. I think this is one of the highest totals on the board at 47.5. I want to pick the Falcons, but if Darnell Mooney's not out there, I can't confidently pick the Falcons.
What you mean? They was telling me on TikTok Ray McCloud is one of the best wide receiver 3s in the league.
That is what they said.
Because I just said they didn't have a good wide receiver 3, and they acted like I. First of all, Atlanta fans hate me on TikTok. You don't even know this.
Atlanta and Seattle
fans hate me on TikTok because I didn't like Atlanta's draft. I didn't like them trading their first round pick for James Pierce Jr. And they basically acted like I said. I don't know what they acted like I said. I don't think they acted like I said. I don't think I can say that in the camera. Somebody told me if I'm not from the A, I can't speak on Atlanta. But here I am anyway.
I think that's crazy. I want to pick Atlanta to win this game just because I think this is a big game. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a really big game.
They beat Tampa twice last year.
They beat them twice last year, which kind of makes me want to lean with the Buccaneers. Because who's stopping Emeka Egbuka if AJ Terrell's going to be on Mike Evans? And
I know that's Phillips matchup.
I know that's crazy if I'm saying that about a guy year one, but I think he's that good. I think he's going for 1,000 yards. But let's move on, man. If I had to gun to my head, I'm picking the Buccaneers to win this game. Let's move on. NFC South. Let's just stick with it, will we? Cardinals at the Saints.
I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. That's your.
Oh my God. Cardinals at the Saints. Cardinals minus 6.5. Totals at 43.5. Saints ruled out Trevor Penning and my guy Chase Young. Chase Young injured his calf the other day. I'm kind of mad. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's going to get a sack on Kyler. But
hey, I told everybody on TikTok, start Kyler, start James Conner, both of them in all your leagues.
Oh, yeah, James Conner, anytime touchdown for sure.
That's an RB1 in fantasy this week right there,
Yeah, no, 6.5.
Actually, I don't know. Javonte Williams put up 20, so I don't know anything.
So first, I want to say for a team to be laying 6.5 on the road week 1, that speaks volumes to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to lean Cardinals. No Chase Young. I think that's big because Chase Young was one of their better players on the team last year. On a team that's not good, he was one of their better players last year. I think like week 1 last year he had 7 pressures. But I got to lean Cardinals. I like their coaching staff. I'm really just not a big Kyler guy. I think he hasn't really developed. Like I think he's just been the same type of quarterback. And he tails off after Call of Duty comes out every year. So, but I like the Cardinals in this one on the money line on minus 6.5 as well.
Real quick. You remember when we was recording a pod, the Just Casual Sports podcast, and Cyrus was talking about Dre Greenlaw don't play football. He just got ruled out this week. But
hey, that's funny.
We was on a bridge in Towson, and Jalen was like, Cyrus might be right because Sean Payton came to the podium. He was like, they was asking about Dre Greenlaw not practice. He was like, Sean Payton said, I don't want to talk about it.
Yo,
he just said, I don't want to talk about it. Ask me no injury questions. And now he's been ruled out week 1.
But any final thoughts? I mean, you said start Kyler, start James Conner. Any final thoughts?
Arizona to the moon this week.
Oh wow!
I think this.
They're gonna have a party in New Orleans, according to Bink.
If I had to lock a game, like lock a team to win, I think Arizona's the team I feel most confident to win this week. They normally start off the season hot.
That's true. They do.
They even gave the Bills a run for their money week 1 last year.
That is also true. All right, so Sal, what about you? I'm sure you're in agreement with us, but I just wanted to make sure.
I am.
For sure. All right, let's move on. Next game, Dolphins Colts. Colts are favored by 1.5. Total is at 46.5.
This is a nasty game. It's no Darren Waller this week, no Jalen Wright this week for
I don't care
Miami.
about that, bro. I don't care about no Darren Waller.
Tyreek Hill and Devon Achane are trending towards playing, but they're both questionable, both with calf injuries.
Man, give me the Dolphins this week, man. They kind of be starting fake hot, too. Like, give me the Dolphins, bro. I can see them kind of trying to air out the Colts a little bit.
I hate both of these teams.
I don't like either team. No, I don't like either team. To be all the way real, I don't like either team. But if I had to pick one, because I don't think the Dolphins are going to win a lot of games this year. I think this is a game they will win. It is on the road.
Yeah, it's in Indianapolis.
It's in Indianapolis. I trust Tua. I trust Tua in 2 places, in a dome and in warm weather. This checks both of those boxes.
This is tough. I'm going to snitch on myself a little bit. When I was in class today, I was writing a little bit more for the agenda for my show. And I was
writing an agenda about this game?
Well, I was writing an agenda for every game. I just wanted to have a little bit of something to say before every game so I could preface it going into each game.
What do you have to say about this?
I was just looking at the injury report.
Okay.
I was just looking at the injury report. Colts have no major injuries. The Dolphins have 21 players listed on the injury report already, including their kicker who's on IR, Jason Sanders.
He is on IR.
And I'm just like, I don't like either of these teams, but if I had to lean on one for having an identity, I think it's the Colts. I think they could be physical this week.
Actually,
I think they could push them around.
I just thought about that Dolphins secondary just now.
Yeah, no Cater Kohu, and that was their number 1 corner. Minka's out there though, but I think Jonathan Taylor could have himself a week, especially with Daniel Jones. I think he's a starting all your. Well, obviously you're picking him in 3rd round. You're gonna start him in your fantasy leagues.
I'm intrigued about this matchup, more so because of the Colts and Daniel Jones, because of Shane Steichen.
Yeah,
I'm interested in what he could do with him. Coming from Anthony Richardson, I mean, I don't think anyone looked at Anthony as a pure pocket passer or passer at all.
Yeah,
I'm just interested to see what he can do with Daniel Jones. As though he came from Philly that year. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, we was going crazy that year. So yeah, I'm just interested to see how this is going to look.
I think it's going to be a lot of running the ball. I think it's
might
going
have
to be a lot of
converted me to the Colts. I'm not going to lie.
I think it's going to be a lot of options. I think Jonathan Taylor could even get a lot of checkdowns. He's not even the guy who normally gets a lot of receiving work. The offense is going to run through Jonathan Taylor this week. I think he's the best player on the field, period. And I think the Colts are going to win this
Do you
game.
think this game could be potentially high scoring?
No, not at all.
Why not? But if the Colts put it all together and we talk about a Dolphins bad secondary, maybe.
It could potentially
total.
be.
I think this total is also one of the high ones.
46
46
and a
I just don't think I trust
either quarterback. I'm not a Tua guy.
So I'm looking at the slate.
Opposite of a Tua guy.
Nah, I feel it.
It's tied for the 3rd highest. No, I'm sorry. Ravens Bills highest total. Tied for the 4th highest total this week on the board.
That means we got a low scoring week ahead of us.
Yeah. No facts. No facts. Next game, Raiders Patriots.
Gonzo out.
Patriots are favored by 2.5.
This is another game I've been going back and forth
43.5.
on.
I'm going back. The Gonzo injury really.
It's a lot of moving parts. You get the new head coach and Pete Carroll, new head coach and Mike Vrabel for both of these teams. Both these
I like
teams
both of these coaches too.
They're both going to want to run the ball. Whether it's the rookies, Ashton Genty, whether it's Travion Henderson. You got Drake May coming in year 2, Geno Smith coming over from Seattle. It's a lot of moving parts for each one of these teams. I've been going back and forth, but I've been very bullish on the Patriots all offseason, so I feel like I can't not pick the Patriots in this one.
I mean, it's a 17-game season, bro.
They got to win this one.
They have to. They have to.
I'm just saying, if you want to be a playoff team, I feel like Las Vegas is another team. A lot of people are picking to be their sleeper team this year.
Yeah,
I don't see them putting it all together this year, but I'm like, these are games you're gonna have to win if you want to be a playoff team.
Yeah, the Gonzo injury really threw me off. Sal, what you think?
Yeah, I'm about to say, what is Stephon Diggs' status right now?
Mike Vrabel said there's no way he doesn't play. So take
Okay.
that how you will.
Okay, all right, well.
I don't know if that means he's gonna be on a pitch count when he plays, but he said there's no way he doesn't play.
I'm interested in. I'm excited to see Genty. I'm excited to see how he do.
They was going crazy after he had -1 yards in the preseason game. You would think he was the worst running back ever.
Nah, man, he gonna be all right.
I saw Will Campbell questionable as well. With the
I think Will
ankle
Campbell's
injury.
gonna play.
He got to. He my guy.
He's
he was
gonna have to
talking that
protect
talk, man.
Yeah, that man cried when he got drafted about how he was gonna protect Drake May.
Damn, bro.
I love that.
Well,
I play offensive line in high school, so I love that, man.
That's a football player right there.
Yeah, I love
football,
you.
man.
Feel passionate about protecting your quarterback, man. I love that.
I think it could be a big Milton Williams week. I'm not really that excited about the Vegas interior offensive line.
You see how he got happy when you said Milton Williams?
That's a ball player.
I miss him, man. I miss him.
Nah, Carolina fans was pissed because he signed with Carolina Lily for 15 minutes just to back out and go to the Wiggler. I was like, I would have been pissed too.
This game is tough for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It could definitely go either way.
I'm leaning Raiders.
Also,
the Gonzo injury is really that's
also a
big
9 a.m.
injury.
body clock game for Vegas.
What time the game start?
1.
So that's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. My fault.
10 a.m. I mean, but they probably been here. Probably got here already, middle of the week.
You would hope so with a coach like PK.
Yeah, I think they probably got here. I would love to know that. I'll look it up after the show, but I'm leaning Raiders for some reason. I don't know. That's my gut. My gut saying Raiders. So I think I'm gonna roll with the Raiders this week, man. The Gonzo injury, like I said, is really throwing me off because he's
And
one
it's
of
a hamstring.
Yeah, he's one of the best corners in pro football. So you said Patriots.
Yeah,
How
I'm
about you,
on
Sal?
Patriots.
I know you said Genty, but
Yeah, I'm torn. I'm gonna go Pats.
Pats. Okay.
I'm gonna go Pats.
I got Raiders. These guys are going Pats. Next game, Steelers Jets. Aaron Rodgers revenge game already. Justin Fields revenge game.
12-7.
12-7.
It's gonna be
you
one
say
of those
that.
type of games.
You say that. The total is sitting at 37.5.
It's gonna be
So
one of those type of games.
total
man.
suggests that you're right.
It's gonna be one of those type of games, man. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
I like.
Sauce Gardner's been questionable. I'm sure he'll be out there though.
I'm rolling with Pittsburgh in this one. I think it's hard for me not to roll with Pittsburgh in this one. I mean, Rodgers is gonna be there. I feel like he's gonna hyper target DK Metcalf, but he might be in the sauce chamber.
Hey, random, real quick. Do you think Mike Tomlin takes it personal going up against another black coach? Like, do you think I just thought about it. I swear I just thought of, like, you think, like, nah, I got to show him the way. Like, you think he feel like that?
I mean, he might.
I feel
It's
like.
a possibility.
Well,
I think he's
like.
happy to see that he's going up against another African American coach.
I wonder what his record is against other African American coaches.
I have to look this up after the show. I have to look this up. But I'm going Steelers as well. I think this is a game they want to win. And because I actually have the Steelers being a playoff team this year. A lot of people don't. I have them being a wild card team. I just think this is a game they're gonna just. This game plays into their philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna try to run the football. We're gonna play defense. Obviously, try to get after Justin Fields and force him to read the field. Because I don't think he's the greatest thrower of football, but he's still one of my guys. But I think the Steelers, if they want to, I mean, it's a tough division that they're in too. They have to.
It's a must win.
Yeah, it's a fake must win, and also for Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season, this is a game they win.
Man, I don't care, bro. I'm so tired of the Steelers winning 9 games. Like this year, I literally said when I was making my predictions, I'm gonna stop acting like they're good. Like this is not a good football.
I believe
team.
in them, bro.
They have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, their personnel don't match their coach. And you got Arthur Smith, a guy who wants to run the ball a lot. He's gonna run a lot of 12 personnel. And you got Aaron Rodgers back there, a guy who we know wants to air it out. I mean, he's going to have to hand the ball off to Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren because that's what they're going to do. But I'm like, yo, this is an unserious team. They were giving Jonnu Smith running back reps in the preseason. Like
they were.
This is a very, I don't know.
Doing some experimental
I feel like this is the most
unserious
I feel about a Steelers team in a minute.
But with them having Aaron Rodgers, do you think that he went to Arthur and was like, hey, we got to change some stuff up?
I'm sure.
I'm sure he did.
Spread this out.
I'm sure he
I need
did.
to throw this ball.
Because you have Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. Arthur Smith is not a Hall of Fame coach.
And then it's just like you can spread it out and throw the ball, but we throwing it like DK gets double covered. Now who we throwing to? Calvin Austin?
I actually think Roman Wilson's going to be good for them.
He gonna have to be.
Nah, I actually think he is going to. Bro, Roman Wilson was a touchdown machine at Michigan. I swear, I feel like his last year there, he scored like every other week, like on the real. But Steelers minus 2.5. I might lay that. I might take that under as well. What are you guys doing? Steelers?
Yeah.
I say the Steelers for the win. More so because of Aaron Rodgers.
For
and
sure.
of course, the defense. I feel like they just got the better situation.
For sure. What you think, Bink?
I'm wrong with the Steelers.
All right, let's move on. Next game, Panthers, Jaguars. I'm going to start with you because I know you have like an affinity for
I guess the Panthers got to be my – well, both of these teams are my teams this year. It's actually a little insane. I like Liam Cohen. I love Dave Canales, both former offensive coordinators of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But
those were the last 2 coordinators, right?
Yeah.
They doing something right now. Who's their offensive coordinator this year?
I can't remember. He was an in-house guy.
Okay.
In-house guy.
He probably like, I'm about to be next up. He probably feel like that.
He hoping so.
Yeah.
He's certainly hoping so. But I guess these are both my teams. I guess so. I guess so. I mean, I love a lot what Jacksonville did this offseason. We talk about bringing in Travis Hunter, getting Liam Cohen now. Hopefully, Trevor Lawrence can stay healthy a year. Because I look at the last 2 years, Trevor Lawrence is healthy. And I know Omatic watching this is like, Trevor Lawrence is not good.
Omatic does not like
Trevor Lawrence.
Shout out to Omatic. He does not like Trevor Lawrence.
And I'm not even the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but I look at the last 2 years, he's healthy. That's a 10-win team and a 9-win team. Last year he gets hurt, now they're a 4-win team. I feel like there's some correlation that goes with that.
Yeah.
So I do think Jacksonville's going to be better this year. I think their defense is going to have to be better. They were one of the worst defenses in the league last year. You still got Josh Allen. Trayvon Walker had 10 sacks last year. That's least talked about number 1 overall pick ever. Eric Armstead's in the middle.
That's a fact.
And the secondary is young, so you just hope they get better. I mean, these are guys who got a lot of reps last year in games that didn't matter. So they get a good matchup this week against Carolina, who they have no Jalen Coker this week. Obviously, Adam Thielen's gone, so you really only got to worry about Tedero McMillan out there. I mean, Xavier Legette is good, but he can't catch a cold either. So it's like,
yeah.
And it's crazy because I did pick the Panthers in this one, but I think I might lean myself.
You talking me into the Jaguars?
Leaning into taking Jacksonville because I just think their passing attack is going to be a little bit better week 1. Because Carolina, I mean, they're going to be able to run the ball. I like Chuba Hubbard, obviously Rico Dowdle, former Cowboy, former 1,000-yard rusher, probably the fakest 1,000-yard rusher you've ever seen. But I just trust the Jaguars' passing attack to be a little bit better week 1.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And I think their offense is just going to be a little bit more creative as well. Mm-hmm. Like, I would love to see like what they do with Travis Hunter. Like, 'cause I wanted to ask you guys about his. Are you guys concerned about him playing both ways at the next level?
I am.
Because I know he got banged up recently.
Yeah, I feel like you're not going to be able to have a long-lasting career and sustain and playing both sides.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to play that much defense.
I agree with that too. I feel like he's going to sub in maybe.
So you think he's for sure drafted as a wide receiver?
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason he was a starting wide receiver on the depth chart in the backup corner. Even though I do think he was a better corner than receiver, which is.
I was gonna say that
he's damn good at both though. That's the crazy part.
I was gonna say I was gonna say I think he's slightly better at corner than receiver, but I mean, wide receivers is getting paid. I mean, corners getting paid too, but that wide receiver money,
you gotta be.
That wide receiver money is nice. Yeah, you gotta be Sauce Gardner, Stingley.
We got two $30 million corners. We got what? I don't know how many $30 million receivers we got. It's a bunch of them because DK making $30 million.
I think his agent gonna say, yeah, play more receiver, bro. I believe that.
He gets paid for sure if he is a receiver.
Yeah.
Commits to that.
But I'm leaning Jaguars as well, man.
You could even be like the 17th.
I'm about to say, you just talked me into
You could be like the
too.
20th best receiver and still get paid $25 million. You got to be damn near a top 5 corner to get paid $25 million.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Next game, don't want to spend too much time on this one. Bengals Browns. Line is 5.5. Total 48.5. One of the higher ones of the week. I think it's a big Joe Flacco day loading. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
It's a great Jerry Jeudy day.
Joe Flacco, Jerry Jeudy to the moon.
I'm sorry, I can't talk me out of this. I'm going Bengals still.
You laying the points, or you just like Bengals money?
Right, they getting the win.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go Bengals. Joe Burrow, Jamar, T.
I mean, I still think the Bengals win too. I was just saying, Joe Flacco and Jerry Jeudy still gonna get theirs. The defense is just that. It's just that bad, bro. It's that bad. Think what you think, man.
I know you think about something.
I want to pick Cleveland so bad. I don't know
really.
if I do want to.
It's
a division game. Cincinnati normally starts off slow. They start off slow like every single year.
Where they playing at?
It's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I know they played a lot of
guys. That's a
Cincinnati played a lot of their games. Cincinnati played a lot of their starters in the preseason, so we'll see if that anything's
if that
different
has
this
an
year.
effect.
I think Myles Garrett could potentially completely wreck this game, but I still lean Cincinnati.
Who's the Bengals left tackle?
Amarius Mims.
How did he do last year? I'm curious.
That's a great question. I'm also trying to figure out myself. That's what I'm just saying.
I mean, it low-key don't matter. It's Myles Garrett, so, I mean, it don't even matter. But I was just curious, like, how did he do last year? But,
I mean, even with the other side of the ball, you can make the same, argument with the Browns offensive line.
Yeah.
They got Trey back.
Yeah.
He finally signed him. They got the rookie, Shamar.
I lean
it's going to be a problem with both sides of the D-line.
I want to pick Cleveland bad, but I lean Cincinnati.
I'm gonna lean the Browns to cover the spread. I think it'll be a close game.
It seems like every Bengals game is close.
I think last year it was. I think it'll be a close game. Like, I do think it'll be high scoring too. Like, I could see like I think I see like a 26 to like 21 type of win, something like that. I could see a close game, bro. Like,
shout out Jerry Jeudy, man. That man was top 5 in receiving yards last year off of like 4 games.
Nah, fact. And that was this one of them, or was that the Broncos game?
It was the Broncos. He had 200 in the Broncos game.
Yeah, nah, that was crazy. He had 2. He went for
shout out Jameis, man. That man not gonna get no burn.
Shout out my guy.
I like Jameis, bro.
I want him to get burned somewhere this year. He's just not gonna get no burn in New York because Jackson Dart QB2 right now.
For sure. All right, let's move on. Another division game. 49ers at the Seahawks. 49ers are faves. Total at 43.5. Gents, what you guys think about this one? Christian
McCaffrey on the injury report with a calf injury.
Pretends to be shocked.
Kyle Shanahan said, "Don't worry about it, though."
I don't believe him. It's all about reputation, bro. Mm-hmm. And after he lied and defrauded the whole entire world last year, he's a liar, bro. I can't agree, bro. I think Kyle Shanahan. Remember when Christian McCaffrey was going to play?
That man was supposed to be back week 1.
He was supposed to play week 1, and then Jordan Mason ended up playing. I only remember because they locked the whole sports book. They locked everything down, and like everything was locked. And then all the odds shifted to Jordan Mason. So I don't trust Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is kind of janky, bro. Like I don't trust that dude, bro.
I don't like fantasy football. And he always picks a running back like in the 3rd, 4th round of draft for no reason.
Yeah, no, he do.
But
it's gonna be an instant game, I think.
No. Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings is also on the injury report with a calf injury. Seattle fans I hate them, but I lean Seattle in this one. And I'm not even, I hate Sam Darnold. I shouldn't say
hate.
I shouldn't say hate. I just don't think he's that good.
Think he looked like how he looked at Minnesota this year?
No.
Seattle?
No.
I think he'll look like how he looked at the end of the Minnesota tenure when he was getting pressured every single play and just couldn't do much. But
seeing ghosts again.
Yeah, but it's they could. I liked what I saw from Seattle in the preseason. A lot of the Clint Kubiak stuff. Even though I don't believe in their personnel, I think they'll be able to run the ball against this 49ers defense, and I think that's what they're gonna have to lean on. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are both healthy week 1, so I think they can lean on that, and I think they can win the game that way because that defense, we know they're gonna fly around with Mike McDonald and how he has those boys with Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen. They're always flying around.
Seattle is at home.
I lean Seattle.
Hey, I'm leaning Seattle too. I don't trust Kyle Shanahan, the liar. I want to see how these receivers step up. I've been hearing a lot of
Slick Rick.
I've been hearing Ricky Pearsall 1,000 yards, like lock it, book it. I've been hearing that. I only really trust George Kittle. Outside of Christian McCaffrey, if he's out there, I'm sure he'll be out there. But I trust George Kittle. But I want to see these guys step up. Ricky Pearsall, I got to see it. Jawan Jennings, I know he had a lot of hype last year because he had a good stretch last year where he was really good. So
Did he hit 1,000 yards last year?
I think so.
He did.
And but on the flip side though, I like to see the Seahawks defense is mean. I've been trying to get them in like every fantasy league. Like defense is like it's like kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And you know it's gonna be loud in Seattle, the 12th man. I'm rolling with Seattle.
You know what's crazy? You know how I always play defenses by ear in fantasy, just like who has a good matchup. I'm picking that defense up. So I pick Arizona in every league, and I just look on Sleeper. That's the number one ranked thing getting picked up right now is Arizona
For real?
defense. Yep, because they got New Orleans this week.
I mean, who New Orleans play next week? I want that defense too.
Who does New Orleans play next? I'm gonna figure that out while you introduce the next game.
This game is fake interesting. Broncos hosting the Tennessee Titans. Broncos favored by 8.5. The spread is 40. I mean, over under is 42.5. This is Cam Ward's first game.
New Orleans got San Fran next week.
Hey yo, first round.
That's a good
pick.
bounce back spot. If they lose.
It is. Because my dad's supposed to go to that game. First round pick. First overall pick. I'm sorry, Cam Ward. His rookie debut. I think it'll be fine if he throw opposite of Surtain. I think it'll be good.
But the problem is, who is opposite of Surtain? Like I'm saying, like Calvin Ridley's obviously gonna get the Surtain matchup, but then now who you throwing to now?
I don't know.
Alec Ioman or 4th round pick?
Yeah, I don't even know that Titans just don't got personnel, and I think you said you didn't like their coach too.
Oh no, I don't like Brian Callahan. I didn't even like him when he was in Cincinnati.
Dang,
because that's where he came from.
Yeah,
because I don't like Zach Taylor.
Yeah, I like the Broncos. I think they're gonna build upon what they did last year. They got rookie R.J. Harvey. Bo Nix.
J.K. Dobbins out there now.
Yeah, Bo Nix in his second year.
Marvin Mims, I've seen a lot of people call him a sleeper.
Yeah, people have been saying that. I like
Evan Ingram out
they
there
got
now?
Evan Ingram. Yeah, I think that's a good safety valve for Bo Nix.
The best defense in the league got better.
Yeah.
You added Jahdae Barron. Obviously, Drake Greenlaw not playing today, but you still added him. Also added Talanoa Hufanga back there in the secondary.
I like the Broncos, man, by double digits. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like the Broncos as well. We don't got to spend too much time on this.
Yeah, next game. Next game. This is the shortest one. Next game, Lions, Packers.
Micah questionable.
That's a game. That's a game.
Yep. They talking about Jerry might be right with the back stuff.
I ain't gonna lie. My opinion on this game is to be determined. If Micah plays, I'm picking the Packers. But if he don't, I still might pick the Packers.
Lions.
I'm low on the Lions this year.
I like the Lions, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Tell us why.
Just off of last year, man, the offense was like it was unstoppable.
Well, they lost a big part of their offense. Ben Johnson, Frank Ragnar also retired.
You gotta imagine that the head coach took some stuff from.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep that going.
They also promoted an in-house guy as well.
Yeah, so I'm sure they'll run a lot of similar stuff. Yeah. Still, those trick plays will be in there too. Hopefully, it's not a Jameson Williams pass again, but.
I'll never forget that, bro. I was really at Mike's birthday party.
No, so I had my girl threw me a surprise birthday party or whatever, and
it was during the Lions Commanders.
It was during the Lions Commanders playoff game, and they were I was sitting. It was different tables in there, so I was moving around, floating around here, floating around there, and I was sitting at the table with Bink and Jalen, who's also part of Just a Casual podcast, and because everybody's watching their phone. They couldn't get it up on the TV or whatever. So everybody's literally watching on their phones. So Bink's watching it like this. He literally goes like this. I said, what happened? He said, Jameson Williams just threw a pick. I said, what? He said, Jameson Williams just threw a pick. I'm just imagining it because I'm not looking at it.
Because that whole play didn't make sense. Like, I'm seeing this man get the end around. I'm like, are he about to run it? Then I'm seeing him fix the laces on the ball. I'm like, is he about to throw it? And then the guy he's throwing it to is Jahmyr Gibbs, who's falling down. And all I'm seeing is Mike Sanders just catch the interception so calmly. And I was like, none of this just made sense.
Oh, man. I will say, though, I am high on rookie Matthew Golden. I talked about him the other day. Packers rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden out of Texas. Bink liked him. Bink had him as a top 10 player.
I wanted the Cowboys to get a bad.
See, I was about to say that too, but I think he's gonna have a good game. I think the Packers though, I think they gotta show me something. Cause if you have to go through the Lions if you want to be a playoff team. You want to win. You have to go through the Lions, and obviously you have to go through the Vikings as well. I think this is a big test for them. I don't know. I need to see Micah plays. I can't even make a decision on this, Joe.
This is tough because of Micah's injury. I think he'll be out there because that man loves football. That's one thing I can say as a Cowboys fan. That man loves football. I don't think there's a way you could keep him off the field this week. I think he's gonna play. He might be on a pitch count.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna play. I'm gonna lean Green Bay. We know Jordan Love's been my guy since he's been at Utah State. I famously said on this podcast that he was better than Justin Herbert in his draft class. I was wrong with that one.
Yeah,
I was very wrong with that one. But Jordan Love's always been my guy. I think he can come out here. I think he could throw the ball against this Lions defense, who are getting a lot of players back. They signed DJ Reed this offseason, which was a big addition for the Lions.
Oh, wow.
But I just like Green Bay. I can't give you a real reason why. I like Matt LaFleur. We already know that that's another one of my guys. I think they can run the ball effectively because I don't think the Lions have a late McNeil this week. But Josh,
I think it's going to be a good close game, though. I will say that.
I think the Packers are good enough to get it out. They also lost both games to the Lions last year. Hopefully, slight bounce.
That made me like the Packers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and take Packers. So you like the Lions? You said
I like the Lions. I mean, I can imagine.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna have. It's gonna
they won 15 games last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's gonna be not a sloppy game, but they're gonna try to figure some things out with this game one. Coming off losing their offensive coordinator. So, but I got the Lions still
for sure. All right, let's move on. The final 4 o'clock game in the 4 o'clock window. Texans at the Rams.
It should be a good one.
Rams favored by 3.5.
I heard they cloned Matthew Stafford weeks ago.
If they did, that was a good idea. I think they win the Super Bowl if they clone Matthew Stafford. But this is tough. Because D'Amico Ryans is gonna have his guys trying to get after him like really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I think this is going to be like a fake low-scoring game.
I think so, too.
Lie. Because you look at the other side, the Texans lost their best offensive lineman in Laramie Tunsil, and even with that, the Rams, that pass rush is nasty. We talk about Jared Verse, we talk about Kobe Turner, we talk about
young
Braden Fisk.
Young Bulls.
Yeah, it's a bunch of young pass rushers in that defensive line group. And the Texans, they're without Christian Kirk this weekend. Without Braxton Berrios.
I did see
so
that.
They're gonna have their young guys try to step up, and Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, the receiver duo from Iowa State. Mike Curry, Iowa State.
Hey, I do like Nico Collins this week though. I think he's gonna have a day.
He's gonna have to have a day if they want to stay in this game because there's no Joe Mixon. Nick Chubb is gonna be running that football.
And whatever that means.
Yeah, we gonna figure out what that means on
whatever
Sunday.
that means.
But.
I like the Rams.
I like the Rams.
I don't know if I like them
more
to cover though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
this game's gonna be a close, low-scoring game.
I think they just have more playmakers that are gonna make plays this weekend. That's how I feel about it.
You got Devontae Adams debut.
Puka Nacua. Devontae Adams debut. He's not gonna get the Stingley matchup.
Yeah,
that's gonna have to go to Puka Nacua.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good bump. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to tune into that game. I think that's probably outside of the Packers Lions game. I think that's my other favorite game in the 4 o'clock window for sure. Let's move on. Sunday Night Football.
Oh man,
Ravens
Bills.
at the Bills. Playoff
rematch.
Playoff revenge. I'm gonna say it right. I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens.
I just don't think there's a margin for either team to exploit, and that's what
I
love about.
And
this
I
game.
think that's why the total is sitting at 50.5. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just take the total at 50.5. And I don't want no dog in this race, man. I think the totals. I think it's going over. Obviously, you got Josh Allen won MVP last year against the guy who should have won MVP last year, Lamar Jackson. I know the Ravens have a good defense, and I know they have tons of star power in the defense, but for this game specifically, I don't know how much that matters.
That is a good point. I think Joe Brady, who's the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, has to call a phenomenal game for them to win, though. We talk about a cornerback room with Marlon Humphrey, who was turned from one of the better outside corners to arguably the best slot corner in football last year. Now on the other outside of Nate Wiggins, it's not Brandon Stevens now, it's Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
It's a lot of power on that defense. That's just a cornerback room. They might have the best safety duo in the league with Kyle Hamilton and how I felt about Malachi Starks coming out of last year.
So you really believe he's like gonna? You think he's gonna have that big of an impact? Like,
yes.
I mean, Malachi.
I mean, you're around a bunch of talented guys. Like, you kind of got to be really bad to like.
He's not even gonna have to do much.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
he almost obviously outside of the defense line for Georgia in the secondary last year, he was doing everything. And now he doesn't have to do. He doesn't have to do much.
He doesn't have to.
That's Kyle Hamilton's job to do everything.
Yeah.
So
especially with that new contract.
Yep. And now Roquan Smith is in the middle of that defense. I like the Ravens defense too much not to pick them this week. That's how I feel.
Playoff revenge, man. Had Mark Andrews not sold the game last year, they would have beat them in the playoffs. I love a revenge game. I really do.
I can't even necessarily they would have beat them because there was still a minute 30 left.
I think
it was still a minute 30 left. Josh Allen only had to get in the field goal range.
I think they would have beat them, bro. But I mean, we never know.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I like the Ravens in this one. Sal, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens.
I don't like this. All three of us agree.
Yeah, I just like that defense. Like, just piggyback on what you said, I like that defense too, man. Especially with Kyle. Do it all, man.
I actually just talked myself into the Ravens because right before when you asked me who I like, I was like, I'm about to say Bills, and I just thought about it for like half a second. I was like,
Josh Allen signed with New Balance today.
He did.
I'm not going to pick them to win because of that, but I thought that was kind of cool. In the last game,
oh man,
because this is the last game of the slate, Monday Night Football, Vikings at the Bears. I'm starting with you first because I know I'm gonna disagree with everything you have to say.
I love Minnesota this year, man. I'm not the biggest J.J. McCarthy guy, but I love me some Kevin O'Connell. I love me some Brian Flores, and I just think.
Why you love Brian Flores when he's on the Steelers? I swear I hear you talk about him when he was on the Steelers staff. I swear.
I loved him when he was on the Dolphins.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Steelers. That was in between.
I think that's what I'm getting at right now. I just don't really like the Steelers. But I love Brian Flores. I love what he can do with that defense. I know they're losing Cam Bynum and then they lose a corner too. I thought they lost a corner, but they got Isaiah Rodgers from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Missing him.
Nah, it was funny. It was funny last night when Adoree Jackson was getting cooked. Isaiah Rodgers really tweeted out, "Bro, I don't play for the team no more." That was hilarious.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that, bro.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I know the thing was the whole last year. Brian Flores only allowed like 27 points twice last year, and that was two Ben Johnson offenses.
Mm-hmm.
But my only rebuttal for that is Ben Johnson doesn't have Jahmyr Gibbs, who had 4 touchdowns in one of those games now. He doesn't have David Montgomery. Now that's DeAndre Swift, who is a guy Ben Johnson threw to the wayside in Detroit. Now that's Roshan Johnson. The receiving core is not Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got DJ Moore now, who people say is CeeDee Lamb and DJ Moore talks after his performance last night, but that's another story for another day. It's Rome Odunze now, who is a guy who I expect to step up. I hope he does. He's on my fantasy
I think
team.
he will.
So, and now instead of third receiver being, well, I guess that was Tim Patrick and all the media's kids. I guess we're pretty much the same right there, but I don't know. It's just the first game of the Ben Johnson experience with Caleb Williams. I think it's a big pressure spot. The game's in Chicago?
Yes, it is.
It's in Chicago. I don't trust the defense. I think that's where I'm heading at. I mean, I like Dennis Allen as a coordinator more than a head coach, obviously, at this point in his career. But I don't think that defense has enough talent to compete with this Minnesota offense. I mean, we're talking about the best receiver in football, Justin Jefferson, who's the guy I stamped on this podcast. I said he was the best
coming
receiver.
off the hammy, though.
I said I was scared to say he was the best receiver in this draft. I'm so mad I was scared to say that because I really believed he was the best receiver in the draft over CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, who was my wide receiver 1 in that draft. But I don't care that he's coming off a hamstring. That's the best receiver in football. And I don't think J.J. McCarthy's going to have to do much. I think they really could run the ball in this Bears defense. I mean, we're talking about Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. Those are 2 solid running backs.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
I think they're going to run the ball. I think it's going to be a lot of what you saw in Michigan. And instead of him throwing up to Roman Wilson for touchdowns, it's going to be Justin Jefferson. Still got T.J. Hawkinson over the middle. I'm rolling with the Vikings.
I like the Bears, man. Caleb Wood. Like I said, I've said this over and over. I literally said this the other day. I think Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams is a match made in heaven.
Yeah, that's the pin TikTok on my page right now. That is a match made in heaven.
It is. I think it's a perfect marriage. I really like rookie tight end Colston Loveland. I think he has like some Travis Kelce to him. The weapons is just really good. I mean, you got DJ Moore, who I think is going to bounce back. Rome Odunze, I think is going to bounce back as well. And they also drafted Luther Burden. I think
He was changed his number 3 times already.
For sure, he did. I think I'm actually not like I think DeAndre Swift. Like I don't think he'll be like a focal point. Like I don't think like I know you talking bad about him, but like I don't think like I think we'll see more Roschon Johnson. Like
I do agree.
I think we'll see more Roschon Johnson. And I like Roschon Johnson a little bit. Like he's cool.
I've never been high on DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I know you. I think that's a guy you actually hate. You talking about Sam Darnold? Hey, I think you actually hate DeAndre Swift, bro.
Even when he was in Philly, I was like, it's the offensive line. I mean, it was because he went to Chicago, and I'm like, you went from Detroit, who was a phenomenal team that year. They said, nah, we'd rather draft a guy with a 12th overall pick. Went to Philly, they said, nah, we gotta get Saquon Barkley. Like they're continuously upgrading against this man.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a reason why.
I feel like the Bears might.
Those were two of the best offensive lines in the league, too.
No, I mean, he's a small guy, man.
He got no vision.
Yeah, he's a small guy with no vision. But yeah, I like what the Bears did with their offensive line. I mean, I know you talk about what the Vikings did on defense, but I think the moves that they made can combat that. Joe Thuney,
Drew Dahlman from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Like those are good players. Like and Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback. I think that's gonna last year, but I think that's gonna. I like the Bears, bro. I'm high on this team. I have them being second place in the division. I think this is a game that they'll win, bro. I'm going with the Bears, man.
Yeah, like I like Brian Flores. I like how aggressive he is on that defense, man. But I'm picking Bears. I feel like they figured it out this year. Caleb and that offense with the Bears, and yeah, I'm picking the Bears.
And lastly, before we get out of here, what is your best bet? This is a new segment we introducing. What's your best bet, Sal? You could chime in too. Maybe you don't have one this week, but next week, if you got a best bet, let me know. But what's your best bet for this week?
We were talking a lot about Cincinnati, Cleveland. I feel like I have to go back to the game. We were talking a lot about the matchup for the Browns offense versus this Bengals defense. I like Jerry Jeudy over 62.5 receiving yards this week. That's my best bet of the week.
So we got a correlation there. I'm rolling with Joe Flacco's passing yards. I think the last number I saw was 243.5.
So you know what this means? This means Joe Flacco going to throw for 170 yards and Jerry Jeudy going to get hurt.
I'm actually seeing.
That's exactly what that's.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing 241.5 on FanDuel. I might got a little parlay cooking up, man. I might go Joe Flacco 250, Jerry Jeudy 60. Parlay that jump. And see what we got.
This is going to be sick with both of these.
But Sal, if you got anything,
No, I have nothing.
All right, for sure, man. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I'm your host, my guy Mike Curry. I'm signing out. Episode number 235 is done. Peace.